Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. It's another video, little diary thing from me today. What I'm going to be playing, albums I'm going to be playing in the morning, or album in the morning, one in the afternoon, and two in the evening on this particular occasion. Like the previous one, there's a link between them all. And today's subject is my favourite band, and that is Sigur Ros. So, what I'm going to do is show you um, some of the solo recordings that the members of the band have made over the years, and then finally show you what is probably my favourite album from them. Okay, so the first one I'd like to show you is the main singer in the band called Johnsy, and this particular recording was made before he'd done any real proper solo stuff, and it was in between him touring with the band, and he was calling himself at the time, hopefully you can see this, Fracker. And these recordings were made between 2000 and 2004. Totally instrumental stuff. And what I like about them, I'll show you, because they're really, really nice. They are, whoops, video. They are color coded. So the first one from 2000 to 2001 is in beautiful blue vinyl. Lovely, lovely stuff. The second one, and this one is from 2002 to 2003, is sort of a clear vinyl type thing. Beautiful, beautiful thing. It's more of a, I don't think you can see, it's like a goldy type tinge to it. Gorgeous thing. And then finally, we've got the last one, which is 2003 to 2004, is in beautiful red. Gorgeous things. Fracker then is obviously fractured. The music is made up of lots of different samples that Johnsy was picking up on the way. At the time, he was very much into using any item that was lying around that he could make a sample of. And really, it's quite interesting. At the back here is a synopsis of each of the albums, how he made them up, and he was using a lot of very basic keyboards and samples and things at the time. And then he got on to using toys, children's toys, and how they can make sounds, and he can sample them and then put them to the music. It's really nice. It's an ambient album, this. It's a big work. It's a triple album, as you've seen. The whole lot was issued over a number of years, and it was quite difficult to get. But in 2019, Crunk, this record label there, decided to put them all together, and I think it's a great idea, and release them. And I did have CD copies of the downloads, because they were only available on downloads at the time. I did have very dodgy copies. Now I've got this, and it sounds really, really beautiful. It's a great recording. Very much, if you like ambient music, it's very much worth trying to get hold of. Sorry about the glaze there, but this is a lovely, lovely thing to have. So my first one then is Johnsy. He's calling himself Fracker, and 2000 to 2004, 3 albums. Beautiful, beautiful music. Okay, in 2000 now then, when was this? This is great, actually. I'm just looking for the year, actually. Oh, I'm struggling. I think it was 2013 that they did this. Let me just check the label. My goodness, it's not telling me, actually, when this came out. It's not. Very odd. I think it was 2013. And two of the other members of the band, Georg Holm, and at the time Ori Paul Dryson, who's the drummer, were commissioned to do a BBC or music for a BBC program all about the early history of the circus. Cheers. And this is a masterful work. And this is Circa. I managed to get my friend who lives in the UK to tape the show, and it's really, really great, actually. So this is called Circa. There's the back, and there's the clown there. And it's all music that was created for this BBC programme, all about the circus. The songs are all written by Georg, Ori, and Hilma Orn Hilmarsson, and Kjartan Holm, who's Georg's brother. The strings were they were made up of Amina, and then we had the South Iceland Chamber Choir on here as well, conducted by Hilma Orn Argensen, and unlike most other records, when you get a choir, they don't list them. They do on here. Every single person that's in that choir is listed. The same as the string players are all listed there. I think that's a really nice touch. If you see the film, I think I've got it in here somewhere. I did have it. There it is. It's just, if you see that, the music goes absolutely wonderful with the images. It is great. We are talking, the film is dating back to the early or late 1900s into the 20th century. What the circus community were up to at that time. So it's a beautiful film, but it's for me personally, there's a lot of animals that are used in the film at the beginning of the film, so you have to forget that. But it's all about the people that were in the circus fraternity. And as you can see there, this guy here climbs up that ladder, and it's huge, believe me, it is huge. And then at the bottom here is a tiny little, it looks like a bath really, but it's a little swimming thing. He gets up sets fire to himself, and then leaps off that into the small bath, swimming pool, whatever you want to call it. So it's an amazing shot, and I think that's why they've decided to put that on the front cover. And then it's all about them showing what was happening in the circus at the time. So you've got the different performers performing, and at the same time you can see that the fraternity in the circus at the time was a lot of people that were disabled or had some sort of disability, but shown in a light where it was a family community, and I like that. This music is just incredible. It really, really is. When I met Georg last year, he was quite surprised that I got him to sign this, because a lot of people, I think they've forgotten about this album. It's a brilliant, brilliant album. He was overjoyed that I had this, and you put a little tack on there and a little thing on there. That's great. The first side of the album is just absolutely incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Leela and Hyperbole, fantastic pieces of music. I think there's still some footage from that film that is available on YouTube. I will try and post some for you, because it is incredible. Leela, I think, they made that into a video. Fantastic. Really, really good. This is a double, okay, and it just washes over you. It's fabulous. And it's one of these albums, a soundtrack album that works on its own. You don't have to watch the film. To watch the film is great, to see the music supplementing the images, because there's no talking or anything like that, or interviews with any of these people. It's just the music and the images. That is it. There is no commentary whatsoever on the film, and it works great. But this works on its own as a standalone album, and there's not many soundtracks that you can say does that. It's a fabulous, fabulous album. So this is Circa by Georg Holm, Olli Paldryson, Hilma Orn Ilmerson, and then Kjartan. Any Sigur Ros fans out there, you need this. You really do need this one. Okay, so the final sort of solo thing. I haven't got this on vinyl, guys. My wife, my lovely wife, Marlies, managed to get me this, actually, because I did look on the Sigur Ros website when this was first released, and it sold out very, very quickly. I thought, I'm not going to get this now, but I got it a month ago now. I got this, and this is truly fantastic. And this is Kjartan Svensson, who's now back in the band. He's the keyboard player, but he's much more than that. He's a conductor, he's a composer, and this is Der Klang der offenen Barung des Gottlichen, and it's a opera in 4 parts. It is just beautiful, beautiful. I'm led to believe Kjartan said that the thing is going to be redone again sometime this year in Germany, because it was done in Berlin at the time, the only time that it's been produced. So you've got the words in English and in German, which is very nice, actually. Great stuff. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's not like your normal opera. It's very it's stringed bass. It's all about the orchestra. There are choirs in there, of course, but it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, and it's based on a piece which was called the World Light, which was an Icelandic composer called, excuse my pronunciation, Halldór Laxness, who lived from 1902 to 1998. So it's based on that. So it's very it has sweeping orchestral moods to it. You do have the choir. You don't have any individual divas, trying to wash away the rest of what's going on. There's none of that going on. It's just choirs. And it's beautiful. Some great cello on here by Werner Klamm. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Great stuff. And like I said, it was performed at the Volksbühne in Rosa Luxemburg Platz in Berlin. Beautiful, beautiful thing. I'd love to have been there to see this, but I missed it. Great stuff. So this is Carlton Svensson's only at the moment. Well, it's not his only one. There are other ones that he has released, but only a couple of hundred. Trying to get those is just really difficult. But this is his major work, you could argue, really. Der Klang, der Offenbarung, der Göttlichen. There we go. Really beautiful piece of work, and I'm very glad that I've got it. Great. It's one of the scenes, or sorry, two of the scenes from the actual live performance. And there we go. That's the back of it. Really great stuff. Okay, so that's Carlton Svensson then. And I want to finish then with my favourite Sigur Ros album this evening. And that is, hopefully you can see that, it's Valtari. And this is the one I chose, along with another one, for the band to sign when I saw them live. And this is my favourite, I think. This is just it's a very ambient based album compared to what they've done before. Ekimuk is just fabulous. I love that track. Fugue Piano is another great song, and what they did was, it's the first time I've done it actually, was to open the album up to be filmed by different filmmakers, and they were overwhelmed with the response to it, and they ended up doing this Valtari film experiment. It's absolutely fabulous, but they had to whittle it down to these, I think it was 15 films, and there was literally hundreds of people that had made what their interpretations of each one of these 8 pieces, and they had to whittle it down. Some of them are great, and the actual DVD or Blu-ray of that is fabulous. It really is. The one for Ekimuk is lovely. It's not the one that won it, but I love that one. So this is my favourite Sigur Ros album. I love that. Hopefully you can see that shiny bit there. Gorgeous album. So there we are. That's my choices for today. So this morning then is going to be Fracture, or Fracture by Jonesy, that triple album. That's going to take me a bit of a while to get through that. This afternoon then is going to be Circa, by Georg and Ori from the band. Beautiful, beautiful soundtrack. And then 2 this evening, then Cartons Fence and his opera. And this one. Okay, I'll let you get on. It's awful here. It's about to snow again. It was earlier on this morning. I got absolutely wet through, changed again, as I did yesterday. So the weather's pretty awful, actually. So it's a good opportunity to sit indoors and listen to my favourite band. Have a lovely day, everybody. If you can, please make a comment. Even better if you can subscribe. That would be very, very welcome and nice. And I will see you all tomorrow for another instalment of this little daily diary of morning records, afternoon records, and evening records. Okay. Have a fab day then, and see you tomorrow. Bye.